Remember that time when that 17-year-old Eliza, her body was found on one of the Queen's estates? Back in 2012, her body was identified. She was last seen, her name was Eliza, she was last seen in August, and she was reported by a family member missing September 6th. And detectives believe she was murdered. The land where her body was discovered was frequently used by the royal family to, as you can see here, for pheasant and partridge shoots. And coincidentally enough, around that time when her body was found, the royal family indicated that they hadn't been on that property for their shooting, whatever you want to call it, because apparently the Queen's husband had to go to the hospital. Many sources have claimed the same thing. This is from ABC News, that it is highly unlikely that the 17-year-old Eliza died from natural causes. This is her picture. She was 17 years old. Imagine if it was your daughter. She went missing, in August. She was reported missing September. They all tried looking for her, and her body was found just a few kilometers from the states, from the Queen's main estate there. 1.5 kilometers, I do believe it was. And her body was found by a dog walker. There's a lot of weird things surrounding, the estates that she possesses and the royal family and all those things, as everybody's well aware of now. The whole, Prince Andrew thing. Apparently, she disowned him. There was also a time when there was a sex trafficking ring for children. Those children were saved. It was supposedly, they're saying, allegedly it was a butler who was responsible for this sex trafficking ring for young children. That was at the Royal Palace. All this got me thinking, Tina, stories that I've heard that these children, they went out for a picnic one day. It's very well known in the Native community that there was this picnic, and, Queen Elizabeth came over with the royal family, well, Philip or whatever, her husband, and these children went missing. And, William, who was set to go public even more, he was murdered. So, for part 2, we'll talk.